It's time to take off your clothes, enjoy clothes-free living, and join us for Naked, Nudist, and Naturist.
Welcome to Naked, Nudist, and Naturist, the show that celebrates clothes-free living for all. I'm your host, Frank Stone.
And I'm your correspondent, Lisa Monroe, and I'll be reporting on all things within the naturist community. So it's time to get naked and join us.
And enjoy clothes-free living on Naked, Nudists, and Naturists. Well, greetings and welcome into Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 29 today. Thank you for being with us. We enjoy this time together. We look forward to this time all week long as we drop a brand new show every single Saturday morning. How about that? Every single Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Hit Spotify, goes to the other platforms after that. A lot of people listen at 6:01. They're listening with us, and that's when we listen as well. So come on in. The water is fine. Hamburgers on the grill. The cooler is stocked. The pool is ready to go. And we are going to enjoy this next hour together, celebrating clothes-free living for all of the right reasons. And let's get to it right now. My interview with a black naturist, Dava from Tennessee. So let's go out to Tennessee this morning. A lady hit us up on Twitter. Her name is Dava from Tennessee, and she is a black naturist. And she said every time she goes to a nudist resort, naturist resort, whatever, it's basically tons of white people, very few, if any, black people other than herself and her guy. And as she put in the Twitter DM to us, she said, "How did naturism get so white?" Well, I don't know. So let's bring her in. Let's find out what's going on from Tennessee. Dava is here. Good morning, Dava. How are you today?
I am fantastic, Frank. How are you?
Doing well. All right. So let's get to it. Now, you are a naturist. You love living clothes-free for all the right reasons, and you always have. And if you don't mind, maybe just take like 30 seconds or so to explain. You always wanted to be naked, but you felt like it was wrong, so you just didn't know quite what was right. But at some point you discovered, oh, being nude is a thing, and it's kind of fun and enjoyable. Maybe just tell us that story if you don't mind.
Sure. Like I always like to explain it that you know how some people say that my entire life I've gone through my life and I feel different than other people. I don't understand why I'm different.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Other people are away, but I don't feel that way, and I don't understand why. And then as they go through their lives and they're still feeling different, as they get older, they realize, oh, I'm gay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I get
There you
it.
go. Yep.
And that's why I'm different. That's how I was with naturalism. I felt different. The way I looked at life and being nude was completely different than anybody I knew. I just think it would be so beautiful to have just this sea of inclusive-ness.
Yes.
Just everybody together. Just
wouldn't that be great?
You look over here and there's a white guy and a black guy talking football, and you look over here and there's two girls joking and chatting it up, and one's black and one's Puerto Rican, or one's I would love that.
We'll make this the first step of getting there. It's not black and white. It's people. It's human beings.
It's human beings.
That's right. Dava, we have to run for now. We've been talking to Dava from Tennessee about this whole deal. When did naturism go white? Well, it's not. It's people. It's human beings. We are on to something here, Dava, and we're going to have you back in a few months to do a full hour, a complete interview with you and explore this a little more. How's that sound?
Fantastic.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Dava from Tennessee. And Dava, go out there and have a great clothes-free day, and we will talk to you next time.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Well, you are listening to Naked, Nudists, and Naturists, episode 29 today. We thank you for being with us. And now let's get to it. As you can tell by the music sneaking in on us, it is time for the great, the terrific, one-of-a-kind Lisa Monroe. And there she is right now, all extra nude and happy and smiling and dancing, the terrific Lisa Monroe. Hello, Lisa. How are you today?
Hello, Frank. I'm doing terrific, and how about you?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Just having a great beginning to 2024, and we are ready to go if you are.
I am ready to rock and roll.
All right. Wanted to get into this article posted by nudeandhappy.com. Mark, we've talked to before by email, and he has a website and a blog all about naturism. And he starts off the article by saying, as an avid naturist, few things frustrate me more than the unfair stereotypes and misinformation that still surround nudism today. Many textiles write off social nudity as weird or perverted without ever experiencing it themselves. It's time to set the record straight by uncovering and debunking the main misconceptions about nudism. I hope this post will educate textiles and encourage more open-mindedness toward our clothing-free environment. And then he starts off, he has 8 misconceptions. We'll get some today, and if we get them all, that's great. If not, we'll carry over to the next show. But misconception number 1. Nudists are exhibitionists. And I'll just read a little bit of what he said, and then we'll talk about it. One of the biggest misconceptions is that nudists are seeking attention or getting a sexual thrill from being naked in front of others, but true nudism has nothing to do with exhibitionism. Far from it, actually. And why don't you go ahead and read the next paragraph?
When I'm nude at a nature's gathering, I'm not there to put on a show. I'm there to feel free and unencumbered without clothes getting in the way of enjoying nature and community. My nudity is not performative. When nudists are comfortable socializing naked, our bodies become desexualized and mundane.
Well, Lisa, we have to run today. We have 8 items to get through from Mark at nudeandhappy.com. We've done 3, so we'll talk a little faster on the next show and get the other 5. But it's always great to have you with us here, and we said it last week, but Happy New Year again. We're off to a great 2024, clothes-free for all of the right reasons. And Lisa Monroe, thank you. Have a great clothes-free day, and we'll talk next time.
You too, Frank. Take care, and Happy New Year again.
All right, thank you. You are listening to Naked, Nudist, and Naturist, episode 29 today. And now let's get to the interview with Tim Chismar and Nikki Hoffman. About the time we had him on the show last fall, he said, hey, I have this interview I did with Nikki Hoffman. Can we play it on your show? And it didn't take me more than a nanosecond to say yes, absolutely. So let's get to it right now. Part 1 of the interview with Tim Chismar interviewing Nikki Hoffman from the Naturist Society.
Hey, it's me, it's him, it's Tim. Once again, a nudist reporter, a nudescaster, as it were, for CFI. We've got Nikki Hoffman here. She is the owner, the operator, the editor of the Naturist Society, and of course, N Magazine, which is it just strictly N, or does the N stand for something, Nikki?
Well, it used to be Nude and Natural, and then we just called it N Magazine because it's easier to brand, just a letter.
That's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong. I didn't want to say Nude Natural, and you're like, that's a magazine out of Australia. We've been trying to make this work for CFI for a long time, so such a joy. This is a lot of fun to finally be able to capture you in a bottle.
I just wish I was in Las Vegas with you, though.
Really? What? Are you sure? Have you seen the temperatures? It's like 100.
You're in air conditioning now. Tell me.
Yeah, I am here. But boy, when you walk out that door, it just hits you. It's like putting something in the oven, you know?
Yeah, we've had that for the last 2 weeks. So, yeah.
Where are you in Washington?
No, Wisconsin. Mark's in Washington. I'm in Wisconsin. I love Mark to death.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't know a swinger if it bit him in the butt.
Okay.
So if he goes someplace and I'll say, just check this place out. Oh yeah, it was great. And I'm like, no, it's not. So yeah, that would be helpful.
That'd be great. Well, I looked at buying a former land. Do you remember Desert Sun Rancheros? That was out here in Nevada.
No.
So it was a nudist resort around the 70s, and it lasted for like 30 years, something like that. But it's been vacant for the last 20 or so. And I visited, I took a tour, I sent video to Clothes Free, and I was in negotiations about buying it. They have, RV hookups and cabins and a big pool and all this kind of stuff. And I'm contemplating getting into the bit, because one of the reasons is I feel like we need a good nudist resort in Las Vegas, because because living here, everything's sex related. It's very strippers and porn and the porn awards and all this. I'd like to bring back. We couldn't even do the World Naked Bike Ride. People couldn't. Where did they have it out of? The Erotic Heritage Museum. It's like just cut our legs out from under us, you know? So I'd love to be a force for that.
And that is Tim Chizmar interviewing Nikki Hoffman, part 2 of their interview next week. And we thank you very much for being with us today on Naked Nudists and Naturists, episode 29 today. We give you a brand new show every Saturday morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Continue to join us. Check us out on our website, nakednudistandnaturist.com, Spotify, Google, Amazon/Audible, Apple Podcasts, and also on Twitter. You can write us anywhere, anytime, any place. And we thank you for being with us today. Plan to join us for every single one of our shows here and have your clothes off when you're listening. We have our clothes off when we're broadcasting, enjoying the naturist life.
We celebrate clothes-free living for all. Remember to enjoy being naked and join us again for Naked Nudists and Naturists.
We drop a brand new show every Saturday morning, so come back and join us. Have your clothes off when you do for Naked Nudists and Naturists. Have a great clothes-free day.